Have you guys noticed that when you tend to go through a hard time in your life, it's usually more than one thing that appears on your plate? You usually go through this thing and then you get bombarded with this thing and then you usually get pounded with this and this and this. It's never just one situation that you're going through. It's always an extra cherry on top of the cake that makes you feel a lot of pressure and makes you feel a lot of stress when you're going through things. It's never just one thing. I was having this conversation with my friend a little bit ago and we're talking about how usually when you go through one thing, as I was saying before, it's always followed by more challenges and more trials. And it's kind of funny because you think to yourself, why? You're going through something hard already. Why do I need more? I just realized how so many other people can relate to that. So many other people have experienced that exact same scenario. Something that happened to me that was really similar to this. The beginning of this year, I was in the process of deciding whether I wanted to sign the lease for the house that I was currently staying in, or if I wanted to completely change my environment, move out on my own, and see what happens. The previous house that I was staying at was my dad's house, and he was moving, so that house was going to be mine. I was a legal guardian of my 17 soon to be 18-year-old sister. It was a 4-bedroom house, 3 bathrooms, a backyard, a double garage, everything that a family needs, right? A bit big for 2 people, I must say. In that time, I thought that I could do everything on my own. I thought I could take care of the bills. I thought I could take care of the house. I thought I could still go to work. I thought I could do everything, okay? I was wrong. It was very stressful. In this time, I decided for myself, I needed to be selfish. I think I don't want to sign this lease because, one, the rent was $610 and it was going to go up. I can't remember the price that it was going up to, maybe $650, maybe more. I can't actually remember. The rent was going up. My sister was struggling to find a job at the time, so it was just me providing. I was buying all the groceries. I was paying all the bills. I was paying my own personal things as well, and other areas of my life were falling short. I was broke, okay? I was 22 at the time, 22 turning 23, and I just felt like I had so much pressure on my shoulders. I felt like I wasn't able to handle everything, and I felt like I was just dead broke. I was just struggling. It was either I pay for rent or I buy food to put food on the table, and I felt a lot of pressure as a 22-year-old trying to make ends meet in my life, as well as provide for, my little family and provide for myself. It was hard to distinguish the difference between, okay, this is what I could do and this is what I want to do. So back to the story. I decided to move out. I decided to branch out on my own, find a share house. In the midst of me deciding, you know what, I'm not going to sign this lease, I was the only person who was providing money in my household, okay? So if I didn't have this job, we would have been screwed, okay? Finding a new house, very little time to find it. I remember 2-3 weeks before I had to move out of the house that we were in, I lost my job. I got fired from my job. They let me go. That same week, my car broke down. Remember, I'm broke. I can't just go to the mechanic and get my car fixed because I'm broke, okay? I'm trying to keep the roof above me and my sister's head and food on the table. In the midst of that, okay, I am getting no responses back for any of the house viewings that I've been looking at. I'm on the verge of going homeless. So homeless, broke, car's broken. In the midst of trying to find a new job, I'm scared because how am I going to get to work if I don't have a car? So I'm trying to find a job that has close public transport. This was one of those moments where it was kind of like one thing after another. Constantly, like a dominoes effect, one thing after another. In that moment, I remember thinking and crying to myself, what the heck am I going to do? What's going on? I can't do this. I do this thing where I give myself a couple days. I give myself a couple days if it's really extreme to feel it and then move on. Stop feeling sorry for myself because you can only feel sorry for yourself for a small amount of time. And then after that, it's kind of like, okay, boss up, get back on your feet and get to work because feeling like a victim is not going to get you anywhere. You're going to stay in that same situation, okay? We don't want a pity party over here. We want some love for a little bit of time. We want to be sad for a little bit and then we want to get on. We want to move on, okay? We got a life to live. We have a life to create and we got to go from this chapter to the next chapter. That's my rule, okay? I set a timer. Once that timer's up, okay, move on. I remember praying, of course, praying for help, praying for comfort, and praying to find a way. That same week, I did find a new job. The same week that I lost my job, I found a new job 2 days later. My brother helped me get into the house that I am in now. the job that I am in currently now, I have made the most bestest friends that I'm really grateful that I have. I truly feel like I was placed there for a reason. It's closer to my house that I'm in now. I have 2 beautiful roommates who are so lovely, and I feel safe here. I was able to keep one of my cats with me, and this is the first time that I've truly been on my own in a sense without feeling the extra pressures of the world if I was to live by myself in a house, because that was my goal. And the reason why I'm telling you this story is because usually, and this is just from one of many experiences that I've had, usually when things go wrong, and usually when it's one thing after another constantly piling up on your plate, in a weird way, it kind of pushes you to the things that you need and the things that you want, but it's just hidden differently. I don't know how to explain it other than you feel like you're going 10 steps back, but really it's propelling you to go 20 steps forward, and you just can't see it in the moment. And I really wanted to share that because I know that there are so many people out there, especially in today's world, in today's society, where you just feel like everything's going wrong, everything's so expensive, it's hard to get a job, all these things, which yes, it is very hard nowadays to do this and do that. Usually the harder the things that you go through, the better the reward. Diamonds were built under pressure. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's something like that. Diamonds were built under pressure. I think that's a perfect quote because hard times are inevitable. You are not going to ignore them. Life is not sunshines and rainbows. Life is meant to be hard. It's not meant to be easy 24/7. Otherwise, there wouldn't be moments of ease to appreciate. I just wanted to come on here and tell my story and tell my experience, one of them. I would love to do more videos about experiences and how I felt through them and what got me through those situations and those experiences. But life is so beautiful. Life is so beautiful in its strange way, okay? Remember, hard times are inevitable. Your mindset is what is going to get you through them. It's okay to feel sorry for yourself with a time frame. Set yourself a time frame, okay? Don't let yourself sit down for too long. Be sad about things for too long, because then you are truly just sitting there and you're just truly just playing the victim. Feelings are valid, 100%. Give yourself time to feel things. To my heart, I am naturally someone who is very sensitive, naturally someone who is very emotional. I love being vulnerable. I truly, truly love being vulnerable. I love having deep conversations. I love being emotional. I think being sensitive and being emotional is a superpower. And obviously, sometimes when you're an emotional person and you are a sensitive person, you can feel things very intensely. And I had to learn to, feel things, let them go, stand up, and keep freaking walking, because I've experienced both sides of things in so many different situations where I sat there in my pity, I sat there crying, I sat there being depressed about things that I cannot change. And I'm telling you, I've witnessed it with people in my life, and it gets you nowhere. If you sit there in self-pity, you never truly move. You want to keep moving, you want to keep walking, you want to keep nurturing yourself in a healthy way. You want to be able to feel what you're feeling. You want to have the strength to pick yourself back up, give yourself a pat on the back, give yourself a hug, take yourself out to lunch, get a pen and a diary, journal things out. Whatever it is that you need to, go for a run, hit the gym, whatever it is that resonates with you and releasing things. You want to do those activities. You want to do that, then you want to get up, you want to soldier on, you want to keep walking. You want to keep writing that chapter. Life is not easy, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you do this, do that, do this, do that, blah, 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 because everyone has to learn their own way of dealing with things. Everyone has to learn with what works for them, because what works for me is not going to work for you. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but that's the point. You know what I mean? That's the point. We're all individuals just going through our life. We're all individuals trying to build something for ourselves. But one thing that truly has helped me in situations where one thing after another is constantly building upon my shoulders is giving myself a time frame to make myself feel things, to let myself know that my feelings are valid, that I am loved, I am safe, and it's okay to feel things. Finding a way to release them, giving myself a lot of self-love, praying to my Heavenly Father, and getting on my feet and keep going. Keep smiling, nurturing your brain, nurturing your mind. Talk to yourself. If you're not talking to yourself in a healthy way, if you're not checking in with yourself, that's not a good relationship with yourself, in my opinion. I feel like you need to talk to yourself. If you're not having a good conversation in your head with yourself, and if you're not with yourself every step of the way, who else is going to do that for you? It's good to have people around you, yes, but you need to have yourself too. Okay. Ignore my hair. I just finished work not that long ago. My hair was stuck in a ponytail all day and I have a massive headache and feeling very sick, but I really wanted to make this video for you guys. I really wanted to share this experience and I hope that it helps one of you guys. But if you guys take away one thing from this video, hard times are inevitable, okay? Hard times are inevitable. You will go through them. Everyone in this world is going through hard times. It is inevitable. How you nurture your mind truly matters. Give yourself time to feel. Give yourself love. And then put your shoes on, soldier on, and keep moving because you have a whole life to create. So don't sit there in self-pity. Keep moving.